Hey guys, welcome back to another video with me, the Magic Moon Mage, here on YouTube. Today I'm coming to you guys with another pick a card reading, and this pick a card reading is going to be cutting the bullshit, calling it out, seeing it like it is, what needs to be acknowledged, okay? So if you are a little bit triggered by harsh truths sometimes, take these messages with a grain of salt. You obviously know what's best for you and you act on that, and so these messages are really just here to reinforce maybe some intuitive prompts, some deep truths that you know you're storing at the back of your mind because you don't really want to confront them or you don't really know how to move away from these situations, okay? And the hope that I have for you guys when you watch this video is that you're able to take these messages and apply them to your life and make the best decision you need to make in order to push yourself onto a higher and happier vibration, a higher and happier timeline, okay? So I've got 3 piles for you guys to pick from now. I will be using crystals to direct you to the piles. Timestamps will be listed down below, so once you find the pile that resonates with you, that you feel you're drawn to intuitively, that you feel like, oh my god, that is like really calling my name, okay, then you can hit the description box and you will see a timestamp for your video, and that will take you directly to the part of the video that is meant for the messages meant for you. Okay, pile number 1, we have this Mukakite crystal. This is a root chakra crystal, or stone rather, and it's red. Pile number 2, we have Unakite, and it's green and pink. And it is a heart chakra crystal. And pile number 3, we have Sodalite. Which is white, a little bit of gray and blue. And this is a throat chakra crystal. No, this is lapis. This is lapis. I'm so sorry. I have Sodalite here and it is like white and it's like a proper white and blue. And I was just like noticing this. But yeah, this is lapis lazuli. This is a third eye crystal. So pile number 1, we have the red Mukakite. Pile number 2, we have the green and pink Unakite. Pile number 3, we have the gray, white, blue lapis lazuli. Timestamps are going to be listed down below. I cannot wait to read for you guys. I will see you guys at your piles. Bye! I'm going to put your crystal pile number 1 like somewhere that you can maybe see it a little bit. There you go. That looks great. You know what else I might do? Just to make this even easier for you guys to see. Ta-da! Pile number 1. Yes. Okay, cool. Happy with that. Hello, pile number 1. If you guys picked the Mukakite stone, then this is going to be your reading. Cutting the bullshit, calling it out as it is. Let's get some messages about what you need to be made aware of right now. Yeah. We're going to go ahead and go with my Panther Oracle deck. I love this. Now, the reason I decided to do this reading, you guys, even though I know that, like, sometimes we don't always have the ability to act on our current circumstances and change them immediately. So I know that it can be a little bit triggering when somebody's in your face and they're like, you're not doing this, you're not doing this, you're not doing this, you're doing this wrong, you're doing this wrong. And maybe it's not just me, maybe it is people in your actual environment who are doing that to you. But I do want to come through and just let you know that sometimes the best thing that you can do for yourself is to be aware. You know, a lot of the time when we know that there's nothing that we can do, we kind of settle into a timeline where we're like, okay, we'll wait until an opportunity shows up, we'll wait until a door opens up. And so we're not really on our toes, and we forget that when we're around people and places and circumstances that don't have our best interest at heart, they're not just waiting for us to get an opportunity to kick it and go. They're waiting for opportunities in their life to make our life more difficult, even if, you know, they think they have good reasons, or they are living in low vibration and they can't help it, or trauma, or this and this and this, okay? So I just hope that with these messages, you're not feeling triggered and pushed into a masculine part of yourself that has to act, that has to do, that has to create, that has to, but at least you're bringing awareness to the things in your life that maybe don't have your best interest. And that may help you come up with solutions and plans later down the line. Okay? So let's go ahead and get some messages for pile number 1. Oh, I have like a headache right now, so you guys may be drinking a lot, smoking a lot. I feel like a lot of alcohol right now. I feel like inebriated, like I'm struggling to like keep my hands straight. It could even just be that you guys are not focusing on your health, okay? These are just like general things I'm picking up on. If you haven't had any water today, go get some water. Your body is like asking for it. It's begging for it, darling. It's begging. All right. Pile number 1. Let's call it the bullshit. It's time to call out the bullshit. What the fuck's up? Oh, what the fuck's up? Pile number 1. I don't mean to swear either. Okay, we have sweet dream. We have adventure in reverse. And we have strategy. Okay, I feel like you guys know what the fuck's up. I genuinely feel like you're not in denial, okay? This could very easily have to do with family members. This could very easily have to do with friends, okay? But whatever it is, okay, your soul with sweet dreams over here is like, you're resting real comfortable, like sleeping like a baby, knowing what you know, okay? So maybe back in the day, you used to get real confused and people used to act a certain way and you didn't understand why they were acting like that. But now you have awareness. You're just like, oh, I know why you're doing that, because you're mad, because you're jealous, because you're bitter, because you have self-hatred, or because, this. I know how your mind works. I know how you'll plot against me. I know to expect the worst when it comes to you. I know to keep an eye out. I know to never trust the next move. Things like that. You're very, very aware of it, okay? And I feel like, you know what? This is something maybe that you're solo on, okay? Maybe not a lot of people know that this is how you feel about certain people in your family or certain people in your friend group. It could be the entire family, it could be the entire friend group, but this is giving me solo energy, because even though this person is, on an adventure, explore, passion, travel. I feel like when you're on an adventure, you encounter so many different people. You get to share your story with so many different people. You get to learn from so many other people. And with this in the reverse, it just feels like you're journeying by yourself. So this is something that you're very aware of, but in your heart and soul, you know to keep away from other people. Okay, it does also feel to me like your masculine energy is very strong here. And so even if you may not have the funds to be able to walk away, or you may not have the time to be able to walk away, things like that, you are planning for it. You are plotting for it. You do know that eventually you hope to, kick these people out, kick them out of your life and never have to deal with them again, never have to put yourself in a position to know that these people are evil, but to sleep with one eye open, You're like aware that you need peace and that you need calm and things like that. Okay, so if you already know, I want to know what bullshit needs to get cut out. Okay, we're going to go with the Prism Oracle. This deck with the first deck, they go so well together. I'm just like, every time I do readings on myself, I'm just like, damn, the message comes through. I'm just like, okay, all right. Pile number 1, let's cut the bullshit. What's coming up? Pile number 1, what is coming up? All right, I might stop here. What are those heavy feelings I was feeling before too? Okay, things are coming together. I might just shuffle one more time. Or not. Yep, there we go. I knew something wanted to come out then. Okay, we have in the upright position, flow. We have mystery in reverse. And I'm going to get a bottom of the deck. We have pain in the... I don't know, was that in the upright or the reverse? I feel like that was... I'm going to keep it in the upright. Pain. All right. All right, so you're aware of what the fuck's going on, and I feel like you may have some Scorpio placements, you may have some Aquarius placements, you may have some Libra placements, even some Virgo, you may have some Capricorn, okay, strong Mars, strong Mercury, strong moon, strong rising, okay, of those signs. So you're aware of things that people are doing, people are kind of energetically carrying with them that is not in your best interest. And I feel like with flow, you're in a place where you're just like, you know what, I'm not even going to try to change these people anymore. I'm not going to try to help these people to grow. I'm not going to try to get these people to see that they could be doing better for themselves, doing better for their relationships, understand, you know, I'm like, you're done. You're like, I'm not going to give you the benefit of the doubt anymore. I'm not going to give you my time anymore. I'm not going to give you my safe space anymore because you abuse it, because you treat me like shit, because you'd never learn, because I keep getting severely hurt. And it even could just be that you can't extend that part of yourself to them anymore because the way that they hurt you is so significant that it's almost abusive that you allow these people back into your life so easily, even if you do know that these people are struggling with things in their own life, and that's why they are more inclined to act in this way. So flow, you're flowing. You're just like, you know what? I'm gonna get out of here, and I'm just letting the universe take me. I'm letting myself be, you know, peaceful and guided, and I'm focusing on my bag, and I'm focusing on the shit that I need to focus on right now. And I know for a fact that eventually when the door opens for me to go, I'm gonna go. Okay, messages coming through. But there's mystery in reverse, and there's pain in the upright. So I feel like maybe you do have a friend or somebody that you can confide in and talk to about like what's upsetting you, what you're like people are treating you like, and things like that. But you know, I feel like you have not expressed that it is a desire for you to want to leave, okay? So you know that you need to leave with strategy and flow. You know, you're like, the universe will take me out. You know, I'm working hard and I'm gonna have my shit together so that when I need to leave, I'll be able to leave, okay? But you're not actively saying, my goal is to leave, my goal is to leave, my goal is to leave. And I feel like it's because you do have a lot of reserved pain, a lot of feelings, a lot of anger, a lot of shame, a lot of betrayal, okay? That you, on a lower conscious level, you really want these people to soothe. You want these people to show up and say, hey, I'm changing my ways and I'm going to treat you better, pound number one, because you deserve it, okay? You're waiting for somebody who treats you like shit to tell you that you deserve to be treated nicely, okay? And it's just not going to happen, okay? Even if they do come to you and they do say those things to you, okay, you've got so many different versions of yourself that have been hurt and wounded so badly by this person. The question is, why do you need this person to tell you it's okay to leave? That's the fucking harsh truth here. Why do you need this person to tell you to leave? It's because you're in pain. There is no mystery here. You're in pain and you want this validation. You want this trauma connection. You want this person to be your savior. You want this person to believe in you. You want this person to realize what they've done to you, as if this person doesn't already know. It's almost like you're refusing to accept that this person absolutely knows what they're doing. This person knows what it was like when they were getting hurt. This person knows what it's like to be a mean person. This person knows what it's like to treat people like shit. So when they're treating you like shit, pound number one, they know. They can make a million excuses for it. That's what they're doing. No mystery there. But they know what pain is. They know what it's like to dish it out to somebody else because they don't like having that shit dished out to them. That's why they do that to you. That's why they do that to other people, because they don't like when it's done to them. And it's a defense mechanism. But it doesn't mean that it's right, because they're still inflicting pain onto you and onto other people. So to cut the bullshit, to be real fucking honest, you need to pick the direction of the flow. You need to pick the direction of where you're going, and you need to stick to it. With inebriation that I was bringing up at the beginning, you may be going out and getting drunk with this person. You may be having a kiki with this person. You may be thinking about ways to amend the relationship with this person. Maybe when you get drunk, you're like, oh, I just wish we could be so close, you know, really, you know, blah, blah, blah. But it's not in the cards right now. It's just not. And I say that with your best interest at heart, because if you really want this connection, you can stick it out. But there's going to be weeks and days and months and hours and minutes and seconds of pain that you are going to have to go through before you get this happy ending with this person. And if it's really that worth it, think about how easy this person broke your spirit and how easy it was for them to not care. And then ask yourself why you want to go through that again and again and again and again and again when you know you deserve better. When you know that if this person wants to wake up, all they have to do is one day pick up the phone with a fucking apology, with a fucking reason for why they're doing that. But it's not going to be when you're giving them everything and they're still abusing it. Because eventually you're going to give them everything that you can and you're going to realize that that wasn't good enough. Or that you still were getting shitted on. When there are people out there in this world who've been through enough to know that no matter what they're getting, isn't fucking worth it to put that on somebody else. So you need to pick a direction of the tide, okay? This is a root chakra crystal, you guys. Your root chakra is all about your stability, your finances, how you identify with the human realm. And if you're being abused and treated like shit and confused about why you're getting this kind of treatment, then you need to recalibrate your root. You need to recalibrate and say that this is a part of the human experience, but it's not a part that I'm going to be a part of. I'm going to walk away and find the timeline that is better for me. Okay? Because it ain't this. If you do have a lot of mutable placement, because you did get flow, okay, and dream, so you may have Pisces in you, Sagittarius, Gemini, what am I missing? Virgo. So you may have some mutable energy, and mutable energy really likes to go with the flow. It really does not like to sway too much, so it kind of goes with opportunities when they come. But if that's like how you're comfortable and that's how you know you like to move, and you don't want to like, you know, like make these big bang actions or commit to like working 24/7 so you can get out in like a week or something like that, I don't think that you need to beat yourself up for how long it's taking you to progress, okay? But I think that the least that you can do for yourself is to literally tell yourself where you're going, where universe is taking you, and own that that's where you want to go. Because if you're confused, the universe is it's not going to send you this opportunity. It's not going to look amazing, because when you get there, you're going to be like, I don't even know if I really want this, you know? So it's not going to be as amazing. You need to be able to say, okay, if I'm following the flow, this is all I ask, that you take me somewhere that ain't here, somewhere that's better than here, somewhere where I'm treated with respect. Or somewhere where I can go and I can have peace and self-love and a healing. Because it ain't here. And it ain't anywhere else where I'll be getting abused. Period. So, thank you, pile number 1, for letting me read for you. I hope that these messages were not too triggering and that you're able to use whatever resonated with you in a way that will positively, I think so. In a positive way, affect your life, okay? I love you. If you were drawn to any of the pile, then by all means find your way there. But if not, I will see you guys in another video. Take care of yourselves. I love you very, very much. Bye now. Hello, pile number 2. If you guys picked the Untitled rough stone, crystal, whatever you want to call it, this is going to be your reading, okay? I'm just going to put your crystal somewhere that you can see it. And I'm going to go ahead and put this number 2 little sticker up there. There you go. So you can see your crystal and you can see your pile number. Welcome to today's reading, pile number 2. We're just going to go ahead and get straight into what messages you need, what bullshit needs to get called out, okay? And we're just going to go from there. So we're going to start with my Panther Oracle cards and just see What bullshit needs to get cut? Or cut? No, I keep saying cut like it needs to get cut out, but maybe it just needs to be brought to your awareness, or you need to admit it, or you need to act on it, you know? So let's cut the bullshit. Yeah. What's going on, pal number 2? Let's cut the bullshit. What bullshit needs to get cut? Ooh. Okay, first card we got is Justice. Second card we got is Luck. Ooh. Okay, no. Like 10 cards just fell down. If I don't find one, oh, here we go. And evidence. All right. Ooh, POW 2. Okay, someone has been naughty. Someone is a little bit of a liar, pants on fire, okay? This could be you or somebody that you know. This could be you or somebody that you know. Hold on. I want to make sure I'm getting this right. Okay, so I'm feeling, for starters, because nothing wants to show up out of this deck, but I felt very called to use this deck, that this is you. So at some point in your life, okay, I feel like you may have done something that you know you shouldn't have done, okay? And maybe it's less that you know you shouldn't have done it, and more that morally it was a bit of a gray area, if not a plain, you know, like black area. You knew not to go there, you knew not to do it. It wasn't high vibrational, it wasn't in the light, it wasn't honest, truthful, compassionate, caring, whatever it was, okay? You wanted something, you needed to win something, you needed a positive result from something, and so you cheated. And this is surprising, I think, because you're somebody who likes to hold the scales. They could be Libra energy coming through here, but you like to hold the scales, or you like to hold judgment, or you like to hold, play the judge and, you know, the jury with a lot of other people. So you have a very strong moral compass, okay? Not to make you feel bad with that, but you have a moral compass, and most of the time you're not afraid to tell people that they're doing the wrong thing, or that they need to change their behavior, or that you're going to hold them accountable. And so when you decided that it was more important for you to lie and to be deceitful in order to win this thing and make it look like you had succeeded with effort alone, okay, you took on a massive fucking burden. And that massive burden was basically a lot of guilt, a lot of shame, a lot of fear that you were gonna get caught, especially if you potentially left evidence behind at the scene, if your fingerprints were at the scene, if you maybe left the computer logged in, okay, if maybe people can track the IP address, find my iPhone, see where your location was last at when this thing ended up happening, things like that. It's like you have a lot of stress and anxiety that you're gonna get found out, and that not only is this thing that you really wanted going to be stripped away from you, but you're going to be shamed, and your reputation is going to get shitted on, okay? It's so interesting because I feel like perhaps you've been in a space of denial. If you have told anybody that you've done this, they're just like, oh, I'm so nervous we're gonna get caught, and you're like, it's never gonna happen, it's not gonna happen, nobody's looking at the fingerprints, nobody's looking at the scene, nobody's looking at this or whatever else, okay? Really, that's not true. Oh, well, I don't want to say it's not true that nobody's looking, but it's denial that's coming up, okay? You're not like soothing yourself and you're not soothing this person by saying that no one's looking at the evidence, da 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 da, when it very well could be that people are, and it very well could be that you guys fucked up and that maybe you need to come clean, okay? I'm just going to pick some more tarot cards and get a little bit of a bigger read on the situation because I'm not quite sure what you're misunderstanding here. Okay, it could actually also be, now I'm seeing this because I'm asking myself the question, you know, what bullshit needs to get cut. So it could very well be that maybe you weren't the one in that situation, but somebody that you know was. Somebody that you know was. And they've come clean to you and they've admitted it to you. And you're just like, oh, I'm sure you're fine. I'm sure everything is okay. But realistically, it's not fine and it's not okay. And if you want to be a good friend, maybe your soul is telling you that you need to get real with this person. I'm going to stop assuming here because it's so hard to read this energy. I feel like there's a lot of you in pile number 2. So I'm going to get some tarot clarifiers here. These are just tarot cards. Let's get some clarifiers. This deck is so beautiful too. It's like one of my favorite tarot card decks. Okay. I'm going to cut the deck here. We're going to get the cards from up here. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So the 3 tarot cards that you guys got the 7 of Cups in reverse, the 6 of Coins in reverse, and the Sun in reverse, okay? So this is telling me that whatever situation people lied about or whatever situation there's like deceit around, this is not at all positive and it's not at all like light vibration. This is some pretty serious shit, okay? So just straight off the bat, you guys, I just want to say that if you believe in yourself and you believe in the opportunity for good things to come to you, you'd never have to rely on like low vibrational schemes in order to succeed and get what you want, okay? So yeah, I feel like sometimes we get super caught up in our heads and we're like, oh my God, like if this situation is negative, it's really gonna like affect me and damage me or something like that. But if you can be honest and you can be truthful and you can work as hard as you can, a lot of the time when things don't go your way, you will find sooner rather than later that you're actually quite happy that they ended up going in a different direction, okay? So with the 7 of Cups here in reverse, I feel like, yeah, somebody here really wanted an opportunity. They really yearned for something. They yearned to be seen in a particular light and way. This could be a friend that you have that's a masculine energy and they really wanted to impress a feminine energy, or their girlfriends, or, you know, they just got out of a relationship. They're trying to make themselves feel good. Okay, this could be somebody who's trying to impress uni professors, okay, teachers at work, teachers at school. This could be people who are trying to get a promotion, put themselves in a position to be higher up, okay? And just like be praised, be appreciated, be seen as the man, as the woman, okay? That's with the Sun here. And the 7 of Cups. And unfortunately, with the 6 of Coins coming up over here, this person, I feel, didn't have necessarily what it took in order to be seen as that person. So for example, they needed an A on 3 of their tests in order to go home and be praised by the parents. You know, they got an A on 1 of them. If they needed to show that to their partner that they were the man, that they were suave, and that they were really cool, you know, they go out to dinner, they spill wine on their pants, you know, and they are embarrassed, and they can tell their partner is embarrassed, okay? It could be at work. This person is talking to management, and management is saying, you know, you're in a really great place to get that promotion, and so, you know, they work really, really hard, and then on their day off, they get called into work and they're busy or something, and then the next day they find out that the promotion went to somebody else. Things like that. So whatever it is, this person fell short okay, of receiving the blessing that they wanted to receive. And this really hit hard, okay? Either they knew from like the start that they were never gonna get that opportunity, or they were shocked by the results when they didn't get the opportunity. And that hit hard. That was like, oh my God, what the fuck is going on in my life? Everything is ruined. Everything is really, really horrible. How do I save face? How do I save my reputation? What do I do? What do I do? And I feel like on an instinct of, my heart is like actually like spelling right now. I feel like on a vibration of quick, like, how do I make myself feel better? How do I hide that this is what happened? How do I, things like that. They acted in a way to save face, to protect themselves, to make it look like, what was going on wasn't really going on or something. So, for example, with the work situation, they could have realized that somebody else got the promotion, then gone up to management and said, I respect your decision. I just want to let you know that a few weeks ago I saw this person stealing from the counter, so you've just hired a thief. I'm just letting you know, blah, blah, blah. Okay. And now there's an internal investigation going, and this person's been put on suspended leave, and, all of these things. And it could even also be like, things like after having done that, they're looking at the cameras and they're realizing that actually that person didn't steal from the cameras, but you know who did? The work best friend that this person had. And so now they feel like shit because they just got their friend fired, and now their reputation is going everywhere and it's on the line, and like all of these fucking things. Like, it's like one disaster after the next just because this person tried to protect themselves. And then I feel like this person basically showed up at your doorstep and was like, I'm really upset that this happened. I'm really upset that this is going really haywire. And you were like, no, it's fine. You weren't in the wrong. Things are okay. Even though you know that they were in the fucking wrong, and that if they did get promoted after that, or they did get treated nicely after that, or rewarded after that, deep down inside that it's going to come back to bite them in the ass, and you're not saying anything. And this could be a pattern that you have with people where you're dishonest with your friends, you're dishonest with the people who come to confide in you. And when shit hits the fan in their lives, you feel partially responsible. You feel like a bad friend, or that people are starting to catch on to the fact that you kind of talk out of your ass and you're not honest with people, and you don't tell people to have integrity, okay? Even though people are starting to see you as someone with integrity. It could be that people are starting to not see you as somebody with integrity because you don't act with integrity when it comes to the people that you care about, because you don't want to hurt their feelings, okay? And people are starting to see like, oh my God, this person's actually sus. This person's actually not really honest. This person actually sets us up for failure. This person doesn't tell us the harsh truth, like, I'm not a kid, be honest with me, things like that, okay? So it's interesting because you did get a heart chakra crystal, you guys. So this is like your way of making people feel better and trying to make people feel less overstimulated, I want to say, by situations that sometimes are outside of their control. Once this happened to these people, there's not shit else that you can do. So I will try to make you feel better. And it backfires because the real root of the issue is that, number one, you don't feel comfortable talking to these people because they're on some buck wild shit 24/7, and you're just like, damn, like, give me a break. Like, I don't want to be constantly affirming your bad behavior. I don't want to have to constantly do this. I don't want to have to get real with you every single time we're talking because you're always doing something bad. Like, it's easier for me to be nice to you, sure, but you got to think about how it makes me feel that I have to be mean to you all the time because you don't listen. Like, I feel like the real root problem is that you have so many relationships in your life with people who do the wrong thing, and at the end of the day, that is what is sort of coming up as like, cut the bullshit. You could be irritated that people are talking behind your back. You could get irritated that people are seeing you as disloyal. You could be irritated by all these things, but the real irritation is that people are doing this. People are bringing this energy to your front door and expecting you to know how to fucking act when it's low vibrational, when it's negative, when it doesn't help you succeed, when it's constantly putting them down, when it's making you sad that you have to see people that you care about in these low vibrational positions and things like that, okay? I'm going to go ahead and pull a few more cards for you guys just to finish off this reading. So at least now we know the shits, we know what the fuck's kind of going on. For some reason, I feel super out of breath too. This is like something that could honestly stress you out, pile number 2, to the point where like you are having anxiety attacks, shortness of breath, lethargy, depression, anxiety. Like, it's becoming difficult for you to take care of your health because you're in environments with people who don't take care of themselves, and it could even be very close quarters, like family members. It could be people that you work with, like if you go to work 5 days a week. It could be people that you go to school with, okay? It could be childhood friends. It could be people that you're very, very close to. So you don't have the space to be peaceful because they're always bringing things to your door. They're always bringing things to your room. They're always bringing things to your energy, to your home, to your safe space that are negative and low vibrational. And I feel like you're starting to wonder, how far does this go? When does it stop? When does it happen that this ends up being something that hurts me? When are police getting involved? When are, things like that? You're starting to ask these really, really harsh questions. And I feel like maybe you're struggling to believe in yourself when it comes to admitting that it's okay to walk away and that it's time to walk away from this. Okay? Yeah, I feel like that's really the heavy hitter. So what do we got here? We've got comfort. Yes. What do we got here? We've got sweetness. Oh my God, 2 pink cards. Yes. In reverse, sweetness was. And then we got reflection, a purple card. Oh, you're so beautiful. Pile 2. And bottom of the deck, we have another pink card. It says disruption in reverse. I'm not going to read for that one, but you guys, your energy is so fucking beautiful. Like, you're such a safe, comforting space to people. You really fucking are. But unfortunately, these people don't bring you that comfort. They don't bring that to you. They're using you because they feel so good hearing from you, somebody who's intelligent, somebody who thinks before they act, somebody who has a plan for their life. They enjoy coming to somebody like that and getting validation and hearing that everything they're doing is okay and that you would do the same thing and that, all these things. And you don't deserve that. You deserve a genuine give and receive relationship. You deserve somebody who's going to give you comfort and somebody who can get comfort from you without, making you feel so fucking bad and insecure and all these things. Okay, we've got sweetness in the reverse. I feel like you can start to see some true colors and you don't like them. You're starting to see people's shadow sides coming through and realize that you're being taken advantage of. And I think it's really jarring because especially if this is people that you call family, whether by blood or whether by, water. I don't know if that's what they're called, water family. I don't know. But you're starting to basically realize that these people don't have your best interest at heart and they're kind of some negative people. And maybe you stayed for a very long time because you enjoyed being able to be a provider of some sort to these people. And you enjoy that they were able to provide you with some laughs, with some deep chats, with some, I know you, helping you out, with like keeping you grounded and shit like that. But now you're getting a little bit too big for your step in this part of your journey, to the point that when they do try to keep you grounded, it doesn't really work anymore. To the point where when they are trying to give you laughs, it's half funny, things like that. So you're missing out on the sweetness of life that comes with having good friends and good family. And it's time for you to be honest about that. And it's time for you to reflect, really, and come up with a plan that's going to work in your best interest. These people may be the kind of people who get pissed off when you walk away from them. If so, those are not the right people for you. But if they are open to you walking away and still putting in the effort to maintain a relationship with you and changing their ways especially, then you know what? By all means. If you've expressed to these people before that you're unhappy with the way that they act and they continue to act like that, stop using your breath to express things to them just because that's your safe space in this relationship. It's not going to be safe any longer when it's 20 years down the line and you realize how much time you invested in these people and that they didn't actually really listen to you because they didn't really care about what you were saying because they wanted to do what they wanted to do anyway. And they just wanted to hear you say that they were not in the wrong for it. Okay? So it could actually be time that you think about needing to walk away. It could be time that you think about getting a new job, getting a new place to live, maybe making new friends in class, things like that. And letting these people go. At least until they get their shit together, really. And they won't be surprised by it because they fucking know how they act. They know how they act. Pile number 2. So it will not come as a shock. I think that maybe it's time for some tears. It's time for you to get real with yourself about how this is done, how this is coming to an end, how this has ended, and now you are in the wake of a new beginning and needing to sort out your shit so that you can be moving forward to the better timeline. But it's time for you to get real fucking real about how these relationships are not working for you. because eventually the carelessness that these people have for their life is going to bleed into the carelessness that they have for your life. And they're not going to care bringing cops to your house. They're not going to care bringing really, really low vibrational people into your world. They're not going to care taking things from you, stealing from you, lying to you, if they're not already doing that. And they're not going to see anything wrong with their behavior so much, because they're going to go, well, you know, you put up with the other 20 million things I was doing. How is this any different? I'm still your friend, right? You're still supposed to have my back, right? Why is this different? You only care about yourself. Things like that. And you don't need that shit, because it's not fucking true. I love you. I'm going to go ahead and move on to pile number 3. Hopefully these messages are going to help you take some time to reflect, take some time to think about what is beautiful about this life, and help you feel a connection to a life where you're happy and that you deserve happiness, and eventually help you to move into that timeline and do what you got to do to find your way to that timeline, because you deserve that happiness, you deserve that good place, you deserve that safe space. Zodiac signs, I'm picking up on Gemini, but I'm feeling a lot of exhaustion from you guys here. It could be Libra too. A lot of exhaustion. So take some time to rest. Take some time to please drink water, you guys. Take some time to shower, validate yourself, go for walks, eat healthy food, cut the smoking, cut the drinking, you know, reconnect to health and vitality, because that will help you make these harsh decisions. When you're exhausted making these decisions, it's going to be even harder for you to act on them and to believe in yourself, because you're exhausted. You've gone through so much shit, okay? So recuperate your energy and then do what's best for you always. And don't let the bullshit consume you again. You're a good friend without needing to be the friend that gets abused, period. Okay? So like I said, I'm going to go ahead and move on to pile number 3, you guys. I will see you guys in another reading. If you are drawn to another pile, by all means, go ahead, and I will see you guys there. Otherwise, take care of yourselves, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye. Hello, pile number 3. If you guys picked the lapis lazuli crystal, and this is your reading, okay? I'm going to go ahead and put your crystal somewhere that you can see it, up there. And I'm going to go ahead and put this number 3 sticker so that you can also see a little bit further back. There we go. So, welcome to your reading, pile number 3. Today we are cutting the bullshit. We're getting into the nitty-gritty about things that need to get brought to your attention, things that maybe you've been avoiding, neglecting, things that you don't want to look at, things that have been stopping you from taking affirmative action over your life, okay? And we're going to, you know, hopefully have messages that are going to help you make some decisions, some tough decisions, if that's what comes up in this reading. That will help you move into a timeline that's a lot happier, that's a lot lighter, that's a lot better for your health, better for you, okay? Because you do deserve happiness, and you do deserve joy, and you do deserve to be far, far, far away from things that are low vibrational and negative and make you feel really, really down and bad about yourself. So let's go ahead and start with the Panther Oracle deck. Ooh, okay. I'm actually going to keep shuffling. No, actually, I won't. We've got okay in reverse that showed up. Okay, wow. We've also got perseverance in reverse. And I'm going to get a bottom of the deck. And we have stress in the upright. That's right. Okay. I'm also going to just shuffle one more time and get another card for you guys, because all these cards I intuitively felt to pick up. Nothing sort of felt right. I don't know. Cutting the bullshit, pile number 3. Cutting the bullshit, pile number 3. Okay, this one, see how it's sticking out like that? If I put everything together, it's still sticking out, so I'm gonna grab that one. And that says third wheel. Okay, first of all, the third eye chakra is represented by light blue, okay? And I want to show you guys your cards. All different shades of blue. So you may very well be a Pisces, you may very well be a Cancer, you may very well be a Scorpio, you could be a Taurus, you could be a Capricorn, you could be a Virgo, you could be you could be blue, you could be you could be so many things. But I'm picking up a lot of like emotional energy, but it doesn't feel very emotional. It feels almost like you have gone through so many things in life that have said to stop being emotional, to close your emotions off, and that's exactly what you've done, to the point where when things like this happen, you know how fucked up and upsetting they are, but you almost don't feel them. You almost don't let yourself be valid and a free enough spirit to cry and be upset and be stressed out and be voicing those emotions and being received with love and compassion and kindness to whoever you talk to about these things. I feel super like mellow. You may smoke weed, you may do hallucinogens, you may like, yeah, you may like use like dab brigs, okay? Edibles. You're a stoner. That's what I'm picking up. You may not be a stoner. Like, I didn't really pick that up very strongly, but for some of you, y'all are fucking stoners, okay? I don't even want to look at your cards. I'm just like vibes. I'm just vibes. Straight vibes. Okay, but let's get into your reading, because there's some shit, y'all, that is there that you don't want to talk about, and we need to talk about it, okay? So for starters, I feel like whatever this is, you have not spoken this to this person that you know about this. You've not spoken this really to anybody but yourself. I feel like the only time you do talk about it is when you're inebriated, and that's when you talk internally to yourself about it. So, you know, you may smoke a joint and be like, in your own head, like, damn, this is so fucked up that I'm going through this. Like, it's actually super upsetting. But then you, like, get sober, you come down, and you're just like, it's a nice day today. Like, you just like don't really acknowledge it. You don't tell anybody about it. Your best friend can call you and be like, hey, what's been new with you? And you're like, really nothing. And then you like spoke up, or you get a drink or something, and you're just like, my life is so fucked up right now. I'm so lonely and isolated. Like, things like that, you know? You're really like a lone wolf. You really deal with things by yourself. We have okay in the reverse here, and we also have stress in the upright position here. So whatever this is, I'm thinking either it's a situation that you're a part of, okay, or like it could be a group of people that you're a part of that just make you feel like shit and drain your energy, okay, or yeah, like I said, it could be like a place that you occupy, a space that you're in, a state that you're in, where you convince other people and everybody that you're okay, so that they don't ask too many questions or start getting in your face like, why are you being ungrateful, why, you know, da da da, but you're not happy, you're stressed out, and if people really knew you, they could be able to tell straight away that this is a fucked up situation. I feel like for the average human, if they bring your situation or even saw this situation playing out, they'd be like, no, that's fucked up, I don't want to be a part of that. So it's like shocking that the people closest to you can't seem to realize that whatever relationship you guys have to one another, or whatever situationship you guys are in, it's a fucked up situation to be in. And that, you know, realistically probably none of them are okay, but especially you're like, it's just like you're upset that you're even a part of this with people that you care about, or you're upset that you're even a part of this in your own world, okay? I'm picking up like gangs, okay? So it could be that you have a gang, or that you sell drugs, or that you maybe like do like porn or stuff like that with like a group of people, or, and it's not necessarily that it's taboo, but it's more like things that have like, you know, like if you work in a law firm, you're protected by the law, you've got like HR, you've got, you know, all those things that are set up. This could be spaces and environments where you don't have this. It could be abusive relationships. It could be living with step parents who are very like abusive and neglectful. Okay. It could be living with parents who indulge in substances and so get violent and things like that. You don't really have support. You don't really have anybody there to help you. And so you've probably just built a facade where you're like, everything is okay. And it's really fucking not, where you're constantly taking care of other people, but you're breaking down on the inside. And there could be a lot of suicidal ideation. There could be a lot of depression, a lot of anxiety, a lot of feeling purposeless, hopeless, helpless, okay, and anxious. We've got 2 more cards coming out for you guys about the bullshit that needs to get cut. So we do have third wheel in the upright, and then we have perseverance in the reverse. So I feel like, yeah, you've gone through so many situations that have like made you feel like rejected and neglected emotionally, and like your emotions are too much that you need to bottle them up and shut them down, okay, to the point where like even if you meet new people, you're like very, 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 very far away from opening up to those people in a way that's almost inhumane. Like you just don't feel that empathy, that connection, that emotional desire to open up. Even if you know it's there, you cannot access that emotion without feeling all of the pain that you've been through and just going, nah, I can't do that. I can't open up to that. I can't put myself out there again to go through that again. Like, I feel like you're a very sensitive soul. You have like probably Cancerian energy in your chart, very, very sensitive. Aries energy in your chart, Gemini energy in your chart, maybe not Gemini, maybe Taurus energy, like very youthful energy, very young energy, okay? Yeah, and then we have perseverance in the reverse, and I feel like it's like got into a place in your life where maybe the universe doesn't send people your way who are positive, and like you maybe expect good things from new people, and then you realize that, oh, they're the same as everybody else and things like that. Or you don't put yourself out there to change, or you don't have the motivation to walk away from the situations that hurt you. It could very well be that you're still having deep, meaningful, deep connections with the actual people who have caused you to shut your heart down, that have caused you to be emotionally stunted, okay, and things like that. So now when you meet new people, you're like, no, I don't want to open up to them, but I also don't want to leave the people that I'm currently with because they're the closest thing I have to feeling my emotions, even though they encourage me to repress my emotions and be a fake version of myself and things like that. So basically, you guys, I want to look at, this could really just be more about a lifestyle as opposed to a specific situation that you're in. That's what I'm picking up on here. I feel like maybe something happened, a situation occurred that made your heart sort of get really fed up and want better for yourself, but kind of not know how to get there because it's been years, months, weeks, whatever that you've been living with this emotional stunted way of looking at life and interacting with life, okay? But I feel like it's more like your soul is like yearning for you to get real fucking honest and admit that like the problem, I don't want to necessarily say the problem is you, but the problem is definitely like your choices. I'm going to get another card from the Panther Oracle. Because as much as you can be like honest that the reason you don't open up to people is like you've been hurt and stuff like that, at some point, if you're still hanging out with those people, you know, you're not helping yourself. You're not doing yourself any favors, and if nothing else, you're hurting yourself. All right, we've got 3 cards I got for you. We've got hesitation in the reverse, we've got accident in the reverse, and we've got collaboration in the reverse. So yeah, at some point you have to realize that your inability to like make a concrete decision and say, I'm going to walk away from these people, what that's causing is like, it's causing you pain, and you can't really say that it's an accident. You can't really say that you didn't intend for that to happen. You can't really say that you're a victim at a certain point because you're actively contributing to the lifestyle that you are living, okay? The unfortunate truth is like when you're constantly fighting with somebody in order to have your voice heard and in order to be respected and seen and valued and treated treated in a kind, compassionate way, you're pushing against a negative timeline to create a better timeline. But the minute you accept, oh, I'm just always going to be abused and I'm never going to be treated right, and then you stay, you're in that environment that's making you feel like you don't have worth, like you don't deserve anything. You may want worth, but you're not getting it, and you're not going anywhere that's going to give it to you. So you're not contributing to giving yourself a better opportunity, to helping yourself feel these happier and better emotions. Collaboration, we also had collaboration was in the reverse. If nothing else, you're working against yourself, and you're working against yourself with people who were working against you from the beginning, okay? So this is very, very harsh. That's like that harsh truth, okay? I feel like you need to realize that you want happiness. I feel like you have to have that awareness. Like, you need to think about what you want out of life, and think about your dreams and your imagination and the things that are beautiful and the things that make you feel genuinely good, not like stoned good and then sober miserable, because the true you is a sober you. Like, that's literally who you are. And so if you can't stand being sober, being under the influence isn't what is good about life. It's not what's good about existing, okay? You're inebriating yourself because you don't like so many things about life. So what are the things that you do like about life and that you do like about life when you're sober? Have a really deep think about that. Especially, I feel like you've been here for such a long time that it's important that you take a long time to think about what makes you happy, pile number 3. Because once you find those things, you're going to realize that those do not exist within this realm, and that actually you want the better timeline. You don't want this realm and to be miserable in it. You want the timeline that has the things that you fucking like. You want the timeline that isn't here, and you need to get real with yourself about that, because that's the only way that you're going to find strength and motivation to get what it is that you want. Because right now, you don't know what's out there for you. You don't know what's great. You know probably 1 or 2 things, and that's not enough, because there's so much misery around. But for every horrible thing that's happened to you, every horrible thing you've been told, every horrible emotion you felt, every horrible day you've had, every day you've been so close to an edge that exists that's just sad and lonely and miserable, okay? There is a happiness that exists in you to dream into existence. There is an opportunity, there is a destination, there is some place that is good and that will make you feel safe and happy. The complete opposite of how you felt for a long time. But you have to dream of that. You need to see that. You need to imagine that. You need to cut the bullshit and stop making this be enough for you, because it's not. You need to stop expecting these people to show up and be making you a happy place, to finally create a home for you, because these people don't know what a fucking home is. And it's confusing your brain too, because it's pushing you further and further and further away from your own awareness of what a home is. Let me just get a couple more messages for you guys. We have magic in the upright. We've got space in the reverse. And we've got frustration in the upright. Bottom of the deck is creativity. So, yeah. Pile 3, I feel like you need to start being aware that this anger and this this shittiness that you feel, this emptiness that you feel, it's never going to get better in this space, because this space is what's creating that. If you think back to when you were really treated like shit by people, but you still had the heart to dream, the heart to cry, the heart to want more, you will realize that your life had good vibrations, but the misery, the anger, the fear, the shame that showed up because negative people, low vibrational people who were miserable, people who were angry themselves, and those people were putting that in your world. They didn't care to be happy and kind and vibrate, and that killed the spirit. That made you feel like, damn, I'm isolated, I'm alone, I'm miserable, I'm tired, I'm unhappy, I don't see the light in the world anymore. All because these people showed up. Now you hang out with these people 24/7. What do you think's gonna happen? You need to cut the shit, pile number 3, and get real fucking honest that you need to bring the magic back into your life the way that it was back in the day. And when it's time for you to walk away from the situation, you will walk away. You walk. Because this happy ending, the happy ending that you want is not here. And it's not with these people. And because you got the lapis, the third eye crystal, you know this. But it was time for you to get real fucking honest and to hear that it's okay to walk away from your family when your family treats you like shit. Bring your magic back and create a new fucking life for yourself. One where this is not acceptable. This is not what you deserve. This is not the end game. You deserve better. You deserve magic. I love you, pile number 3. Thank you for listening to these readings. I hope that these messages are able to help you to navigate and dream of a life that is better for you, create a life in your mind that is better for you, and live in a life that is better for you with the choices that you make, with the people that you surround yourself with, and with the experiences that you experience. I love you so fucking much. If you are drawn to another reading, by all means, go. Otherwise, you guys, I will see you at a different reading. I love you so much. Take care of yourselves. Drink a lot of water. And I'll see you soon. Bye.